Digues el mateix, hermana, Frankie.
Què passa allà?
Hòstia.
Aquí no està dit res, el youtuber.
Clar, no?
No.
Ens té tarda una mica. Tarda una mica, sembla.
Estàs passant això?
Sí, no.
On està el link, Frank?
Estic aquí, intentant.
No en tinc.
Encara no va.
Ah, no s'ha generat?
Aquesta càmera és molt guai, no sé,
Ah, està bé.
però amb aquesta càmera es grava molt bé, soroll. Amb aquesta càmera es grava molt bé. Hi ha pel·lícules que tota la pel·li s'ha gravat amb aquesta càmera. Canviar de lent i ja està. Nanos, no us veig intentat.
Passa-li... Ah,
I passo a la mare?
no, vale, està malament. I passa...
Nanos, no us veig intentat.
Passa-li... Ah,
I passo a la mare?
Ja està. Ja està,
Should we start then?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
Ivo, ready?
We are ready.
Hi everybody, this is a new session of Ask Me Anything with Kings. Last week we did the Spanish one, but we had some issues with our connection, so today is the English version. We're going to cover the same sort of questions as we did last week, but we're also live on YouTube and Instagram, so if you've got any other questions you can just pop them here and we're going to read them out. So with us we've got Ivo, he's going to help us reading the live questions, so if you want to come and say hello.
Yeah, sure.
this is the guy.
So if you're ready guys, we can start. Yes. So question number 1 comes from Tuleya, and she's asking, what is Bitkings? Is it a simulated trading platform or is it an exchange? So who wants to answer that?
I think yourself, you are the best one to answer that. Yeah.
Okay. Jerry, are you sure?
Okay.
We can do it. Both of us can.
No.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So basically Bitkings is a crypto exchange, so it's a place where you can exchange one crypto for another one, but it's got a social touch attached to it. So basically you're going to be able to conduct some virtual simulated trading. You're also going to be able to see what other people do, and if you want you can replicate those trades for real in the real part of the exchange. So it is an exchange with a social platform attached to it. Yes, is that good enough? Do you want to add anything else?
Yeah, I think that's completely true.
Yeah. Second question by Sinius. He's asking, in what development stage are you now, and when do you plan to launch?
Should I?
Yes.
Yeah. So right now we are implementing our KYC solution. We are also implementing a custody solution for our crypto assets there. We are finishing up the overall exchange and wiring everything with interfaces and so. Because basically what we did is we are reconstructing from scratch our current platform. So yeah, we are on that way. We will finish around October. Then we will have a security audit, penetration test. Then if everything goes well, we are ready to launch on January. So January is the date.
The last date. Do you want to add anything on top of this?
No, we hope to launch in January. Let's see if security audit goes well, that we'll have in a short term. And that's it. I hope we can launch in January.
Perfect.
New year, new news. Like
puedo
Well,
pasar.
I can hold it.
You can hold it, sure.
You want to hold it? Hopefully this is better now. So question number 3, Dolores is asking, is the activity of Bitkings regulated? Oh, that's an obvious question, right?
Yeah, Bitkings is regulated with one of the safest jurisdictions here in Europe, that is Estonia, and we are working to be regulated in more jurisdictions, and hopefully we can get some news on there soon, but it's difficult, but we are working close with regulator bodies so we can get more safeguards on that jurisdiction bill.
Okay, maybe we should also mention that we've got within the Estonian regulation, we've got the 2 licenses that an exchange needs to be able to operate, and that the first license is to custody the funds of our customers, and the second license is for them to be able to actually trade crypto to fiat and vice versa. So yes, I think that's answered. Yeah.
Yep.
The following question is, Bro is asking, how do you guarantee your user funds are secure?
Sorry guys,
Oh yeah, we've got.
it's running now.
So the whole team is here now. So please guys say hello to Ferran.
Hello.
You're gonna have to get closer because
Sorry.
otherwise you're not gonna be on the screen.
Okay.
I don't know if you want to come here in front.
No, not this one. Back, in the back.
Maybe we can share.
Yeah.
As you can.
Hello.
Let's come closer. Okay, should I repeat the question?
Yep.
Okay, Bro is asking, how do you guarantee that your user funds are secure?
So we are implementing a third-party custody service for our funds. It will be some sort of full cold storage, but not actually cold storage. It will be like warm wallets. The thing is that we will only allow users to withdraw funds, at least in the first stages of the exchange, to withdraw funds one time a day or 2 times a day. We'll see, in order to guarantee that the funds are safe, at least in the start. Then, with more experience, more testing, we'll be able, I hope, to offer automatic withdrawals as most exchanges do.
Perfect. Terry, would you like to add anything?
Yeah, actually we are really cool with the solution that we are getting, because that forces us to get some governance rules on top, that it's important when we are talking about custody and crypto assets. So we are really happy with that. After the scanning of different providers, we thought that we are going actually with the best. So hope we can work well on that area.
Yeah. We've got the implementation next week, right? So
Yeah,
that's
implementation will be soon.
so we've got the ball rolling and yeah. Anything else?
Yep.
No? Should I move on? So the next question number 5, from Mark Granés. He's asking, what coins will be listed on Bitkings Exchange?
So at the start, we will list the classic coins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple. Even at just the beginning, maybe just Bitcoin and Ethereum, just to finish the testing and put the exchange actually to a production state. And then we will follow a listing policy of coins, which will be coins or tokens that, let's say that will favor investors. Won't be shit coins in other way. The policy of listing will be that the investors of the exchange can actually profit from them. I mean, it's not a guarantee that there will be profit, but at least we will list coins that, okay, it can go up, it can go down, but it won't go down as per se as we see in many utility tokens out there, where teams have big shares of the token and then dump it to the market, and investors get absolutely right. So
they will be attractive.
yeah.
Can I add something, please?
Yeah, of course.
So I suppose that
what we are trying to say is that we are going to only list tokens with good fundamentals, with the proper tokenomics, and not shitcoins as, as Frank was saying. This is all.
Anything else?
Yeah, we will scan really good what is out there and see if that suits our demands as a quality team that watch out what is over there. So obviously we will check what is the best out there.
And also the community will have something to say about this, right?
Yeah. We plan to allow our community to at least list one coin every month or every 2 months. We'll see. Obviously, the ones who have more BTK will have more voting power about those listings, and that's it. Bitkings is a community exchange at the end, and community will have some power to decide whatever it's listed on.
So Bitkings is aiming to be a community-based exchange with a good quality standard of listing projects.
I guess that we've got a pretty confident community as well, so I think that the majority of them really know what they're doing. So I guess that really fits well with our listing strategy.
Yes.
So so that's why we want to guys to keep you part of the whole thing. So should I move on?
Sure.
Question number 6 from Mark Sain. He's saying that small exchanges have been very vulnerable, especially when it comes to volume. How can you guarantee that Bitkings exchange has got volume?
So we are partnering with I think that they are good market making enterprises. For most coins like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, we will use the classic mirroring strategy where we take the liquidity from other exchanges and cross the trades and can actually offer big liquidity even if there is no big amount of clients in our exchange. For the other kind of tokens that we are going to list, we will assure that all of them have good market making requirements. So yeah, that's our strategy in that field.
Yeah, on top of that, we would like to add that we are working on a really easy and documented API. We know that this is probably forgotten topic most of the times for most of the exchanges. Actually, it's incredible how top exchanges does manage that part, although it's really important when we are talking about volume and liquidity. So we are working hard to provide to our users and makers the best API and well documented API system so they can trade freely on this high frequency and algorithmic trading on our platform. So yeah, we are working hard on that part.
Okay. The next question by Lord Crypto, he's asking a tricky one, which is, what is BTK?
Wow.
The token.
What is BTK token? Tell me.
BTK token, it's an utility token that for the definition of utility that makes that got an use. The BTK token use is that when a user wants to purchase Bitcoin against Ethereum, for instance, if the user wants to reduce fee, actually the user can use BTK to reduce that fee. So obviously the use of the BTK is a reduction fee when trading. So nothing else, no hidden points. So you can get BTK just clicking on a button, and automatically when you are trading you can reduce fees. So
apart from that, there will be hiked incentives to buy and hold, obviously, such as voting power for listings, such as fee reduction. There won't be any requirements of volume, just about BTK holding. So let's say if you hold a lot of BTK, your fees will be practically zero on the exchange forever. So that's it. No matter if you are trading a lot or not, it's just the only requirement. Plus, BTK will be used to access another premium services that will be offering in the future.
And we should, go on.
Also, maybe the access to the IEOs and the BTOs that we are planning to do on the exchange, on a lottery-based, such as Binance is doing right now. But we are also planning to do other ticket entries or ways to being able to join at these IEOs.
We're going to talk about this later on. We've got another question coming, but it's also important to say that BTK is going to be used. It's going to be a tool for our community to enhance their engagement within the platform. So right now, if you're part of our Telegram group, you can see how we can reward each other. We can tip each other if we like comments about crypto, about the market, about whatever you really like. So it's like right now it's a tipping method as well. So hopefully that's gonna keep going once the exchange is launched. So the next question from Edwin, he's asking, will BTKs be used to reduce fees when trading on Bitkings exchange? We've just answered that question.
We've just answered that, but it's important to say that not like Binance, you won't actually have to hold BTK in order to pay fees with BTK. I mean, if you just put the button that says reduce fees with BTK, what's actually is going to happen is that our system will automatically buy your BTK with a fee correspondent, and then give that to the exchange and pay for it.
Yeah. Anybody else wants to
Without affecting the price, you are paying for the fees. It's obvious, but it's better to be safe.
Okay, so also related to the token, to the BTK token, Roman is asking, how does the value of the token evolve?
By usage, no? I think it's main.
So Bitkings team cannot again do any opinion and give away any opinion about the value of token, the current one and the future one. So we only can say that the token for the inner rate characteristic that is limited supply for the general economy rules that are offer and demand. The price can be changed if the token is more used or less used. So again, the team cannot say anything about the price of BTK.
The evolution.
Yeah, but obviously, as all the exchanges have proven, if Bitkings exchange gets clients and gets volume, the BTK token value will obviously go up, especially with the tokenomics we have designed.
Obviously, as more fees are paid, it is going to take more traction.
Yep.
Okay, the next question by Julka. She's asking, where can I check the BTK price?
So right now you cannot check it anywhere because it's not live in the secondary market. Exchange is not live.
Well, you can see it if they participate in the pre-sale.
Well, yeah, the price. Let's say the price right now of BTK it's the pre-sale 2. We finished the pre-sale 1 about a month and a half ago, and now price obviously has gone up because there is less risk involved in buying tokens at this moment. So right now the price is between 0.0006 and 0.0008 dollars per BTK, which gives a total market cap, total diluted market cap of between 6 and 8 million. But that won't be that way because initial circulating supply will be way lower than this 100%. Will be way lower, like 10% of it. So the actual market cap is not that big.
Answering to the question, when Bitkings Exchange goes live, you will be able to see the BTK price and also make your technical analysis if you want to.
Okay, next question by Christian62. He's asking, when will BTK be listed in the secondary market? will you list BTK in other exchanges?
So as we said, when we go live, BTK will be listed there, will be the main coin of the exchange, at least in the start. And about listing it in other exchanges, it's not our priority right now. We will have our market makers for BTK in the exchange. So if we list out there, will be just to also listing tokens of an exchange to another exchange is quite difficult usually, because obviously they don't want competence in there. But yeah, we'll try to list in another small exchange, I guess, because in that way we'll be listing coin market cap. But just for that, no, it's not a priority for us.
It's a little bit of a marketing solution, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the next question from Pavel, he's asking, is there a lockup period for the tokens that I've bought through the pre-sale? So
there's not actually a lockup of those tokens, but the thing is that BTK will use a strange way somehow to distribute those tokens, to sell them. It will be a progressive ICO or progressive token sale, however you wanna call it. The thing is that pre-sale 1 tokens plus pre-sale 2 tokens that will account about 10% of the total supply will be put without lockup into the market as soon as we launch the exchange. And then we have another 40-50% of the tokens that will be sold in this progressive ICO. How are we going to do that? We're going to essentially put those tokens to a certain levels progressively, not dumping to the market, but actually putting sell orders into different levels. So if the exchange succeeds and the natural demand of clients want the BTK, then we'll get those funds. If the exchange doesn't succeed and those prices are not hit, then we won't get anything for those tokens. That's the logic question.
Anybody else want to say anything? I think that's pretty clear.
Yeah.
Okay, we're getting to the end. We've got 3 questions left. Number 14 by Eloy. He's asking, do you have any partners?
Yeah, the answer is yeah. We are getting ready to show next news on that field. We are getting contracts with some of the best providers on each field that we demand such partners. So we hope that in the next release of the white paper you can see them and you will enjoy what is there. So we are very happy to work with the best.
Yeah, we cannot announce anything until it's implemented and signed and everything, but we are talking with good and I would say big people in the industry.
Okay. Yeah. Jax is asking, who are the members of your team?
So we are 4 here. We are 4 co-founders, and then Ivo behind the cameras. All of that is there. And then we got 6 full-time, on some of them part, but the most of the team is working full-time developers. So this is an international development team that we are really happy that we created from the scratch. Yeah, we're a bit afraid of working in that way, but I think that makes us scalable in that way. So
Greater, yes.
yeah, so if you see, that if we need to increase the team, that is good that we got that starting point with international team and actually with the best IT skill set that we have seen so far.
Can I?
Yeah.
By the way, you can also check the white paper. There is information mentioning some of those questions.
Yeah, but on the white paper there is not all the team. There is some behind the scenes.
Yeah. Also, we will update a second version of the white paper with more detailed things.
Yeah. So this new white paper is going to be updated in the sense of, obviously a lot has happened since the first pre-sale. So we just have to let you guys know what we have been doing with the funding that we've raised, and also the people that we've got on board, the providers that we've got on board, and how they have added value to the whole project of Bitkings. So hopefully we're going to release a white paper next week by the end of next week. So bear with us. We're going to post it everywhere, so there's no way you can miss out on that. Last question. Yeah.
Yeah.
So is the team thinking about releasing beta testing of the exchange?
Beta testing.
Yes. So are we planning on releasing a version of the exchange that people can test?
So right now we do not have a stable, let's say, interface. So we are not thinking to release anything before of our security audit. But if any of you interested with that some special desire, we can obviously open the gates and show personally that the exchange and the interface, but of course won't happen any better before the audit testing.
So it would be like kind of a demonstration of what we've done.
Yeah, peer-to-peer testing. Yeah, yeah.
Perfect. So I think we've answered all the questions. I don't have any more, but we should check what people are saying on social media. So Ivo, if you kindly tell me if there's any question.
Any questions here on Instagram?
No, it's all
Well, here there is a question that says, "Is Happy Frank?" I'm sorry for my face, but I'm very sick. It's been 2 days of very.
He's got a flu.
Yeah.
But he's gonna be okay,
So-
we promise.
So don't take that into account.
No, he seems serious, but it's just he's feeling a bit ill. That's all.
Yeah.
If someone has a question, please feel free to say it now.
We can wait
Or
for
later on
5
we can do
minutes.
another Ask Me Anything session. So if questions arise, just pop them to us in an email, or you can contact us through Telegram. We've got all our contacts, so just pop them there, and we will reply as soon as possible. And when we've got 10 questions, we're gonna do another session. So that's not an issue for us. And if there are any other questions, I think we should wrap up. So thank you guys for being here. We hope that last week's and this week's AMA session were very useful, but let's stay in touch.